What are the problems that you will face when you want to learn 奇门遁甲? Okay, I have taught hundreds and hundreds of people in the 奇门遁甲, even for the basic or even the advanced. I also have disciple, total of advanced and disciple. I have a total of 13 people under my wings. And apparently, I have gone through a lot of classes and I noticed some of the problems that I can share with you so that as a student or perhaps potential student next time, you're able to see what are the things that you can look into and focus on or even avoid so that you can make a lot of difference in terms of learning 奇门遁甲. But first thing first is that 奇门遁甲 is not an easy subject to learn. So apparently because of that, you need to be going into bite-sized information and chew on them. So it's very important that the learning of this 奇门遁甲, you always have to focus on this particular rule. This rule of 80-20 rule. 80-20 rule means that 80% of the time you have to do practical, a lot of case study, and then 20% of the time is theory and information. That means the knowledge that you acquire via through my site or any other way else, you have to use this knowledge to remember, to familiar yourself, the process and the system. And from there, you also have to put all your effort continuously and consistently to practice not just case studies, but actual case studies. That means you talk to your friends, your family members, your colleagues, whoever that's willing to become a case for you. That means they are willing to say, okay, I have some problems, I want to read some destiny reading, so on and so forth. Approach them and then you become their mentor, become their consultant to help them in their way of doing things. Whether decision making in their life, direction, so on and so forth. These are the things that you can help in the 奇门遁甲. So after that, another area of focus that you need to understand about this 奇门遁甲 is 奇门遁甲 is not just a science, it's an art, it's something very mystical, whereby focusing on two areas of the subject itself. First is the science. The science is every information that is a specific step of doing things. So after learning the step itself, you memorize it or you familiar with it. After that, you just go through that motion and you're able to learn the particular steps. Second thing is, it is an art. It is something mystical, whereby whatever information you have that in your brain, you have to expand. You have to do a bit of imagination and perhaps basing on per case itself, you can expand basing on different areas. So it's a little bit difficult to explain, whereby without any case study, but end of the day is this. When you see a certain symbol together, that means whether it's a stem or branch together, or even the doors, the gods, even the stars, when you combine them together in a specific scientific terms, it means something. But in the artistic term, it means something else. And within the stems and the god and the branches itself, there are also elements inside. So when the elements stack together, when they combine together, it can also mean different things. So it's a matter of how you expand that meaning into something tangible. So that's where things get a little bit more confusing. People who are very systematic, very mechanical, they like to do step by step, they are not able to go into that artistic and creative side, whereby they are stuck into that area. So that is where this needs a bit of training. It still can be done, but depends on the potential of the person. If the person is creative enough, definitely they are able to expand, and imagine things which people may not be able to imagine. That's why when 10 people learn 奇门遁甲, when we talk about the bit to higher level, 10 people that learns from this 奇门遁甲, 10 people will give a different answer comparatively to the same question. You see, so that's how interesting things can be. But when I say the answer means the depth of the answer, I'm not talking about the direction of the answer. The direction of the answer most likely will be the same. But ultimately, the things that they see within the chart, they can expand and look into more deeper and sharper information so that we can, based on the context of that particular chart to tell us what is really going on in the chart. You see, so it's not about a yes or no question. Simple case is that, okay, shall we invest in this? Shall we go for this? The kind of things, easy. But when we go in depth, we must know, even if we go to yes or no, we must also know why is it a yes, why is it a no. Sometimes a yes does not mean it's a real yes. A no doesn't mean it's a real no. So it's a matter of what is the intent and the context behind the scene. Once you understand all these things itself, maybe a yes you don't want to do, maybe a no you will still do. You see, so the thing is, once you understand that, you'll be able to know what is really happening in the whole situation. Okay, so that's all about the learning of this 千门遁甲. I hope you do understand what I'm trying to say. If you don't have any questions, please, please drop in the comment, and then from there I get back to you ASAP. Thank you so much.